So I use proposals instead of contracts. Once somebody signs a proposal, we work together. And for me, it has worked well as a contract. So I recreated mine this week. And so I'll show you some of the issues that I've had that I've gotten around. So this is what mine currently looks like. So it is somewhat graphically laid out. And I'll show you kind of how I did this. This is a list of items, vertical, and this is card view. So we'll start by going into proposal templates and hitting create template. So what you're going to want to do in the templates library is get as close as you can to what it is you're trying to do. So it puts in here that sign here. So that's already there for you. So I don't really use this area here. You can if you want and style it. One of the things I did was, this is something similar that shows up on the gross template for invoices. And I make my logo smaller because it's obnoxiously big. And then, obviously you could change the title here. So I'm actually not going to use that section. I built mine entirely by, just mostly images, actually. So one thing about image, the image upload doesn't work. You can't upload directly from your computer. You'll see here that it says that it is, but it's not. So you're going to have to go to Files, and from Files, this plus sign becomes Upload from your desktop. So once it's in there, you can pull it in. The other weird thing is I put all my Plutio graphics in one place, and even though this is my folder and there are graphics in it, I do not have access when it comes to putting them into templates. So I think it's Plutio. It's basically my invoice header, but it's my header for everything. And then another section that I want to put in is going to be content. So my second area that I have here is my photo, and then a little bit about what I do. This is also a little graphic here. So this two-part section here, I'm going to split in half. I'm going to, instead of typing here, I'm going to hit the plus sign and I'm going to put in an image. And that image, my workspace file, is me. So that image is here. And then on this side, I'm going to hit content. And I'm going to paste in what I just stole from that other one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go back and forth here. Now you'll notice that this is lower and then higher. So over here on this side, if you hit designer, you'll notice that we want this block. Actually, let's hit style section, and the top alignment should be, I'm hitting middle. And so now we see that this image will now center, and if I hit top, both columns will go to the top no matter what. And then I can, I kind of suck at CSS. I would like these things to be closer together. It appears there's no padding, but whatever. So the next thing I want to do is I want to put my signature in here. So where you want to add an image in where there is already text is have the cursor where you want it to be, okay? And then hit plus sign, and that's where the image will end up being. So the image that I want to grab is my signature. Okay, and then now I'm going to make it smaller. The other thing is at one point it had, been set to like something where it, it was throwing itself on this side. It was kind of throwing itself all by itself there. So you can kind of play with this to have it be where you want it to be. So I'm going to pull that up a little closer. And then, of course, create a template or create one that you want, just a practice one, because there is no Amy Valentine, by the way. That's my name. So styling this area, I had wanted this area to be a particular color. And so I'm going to style this section by putting in the hex code here. And I think it is color history, and I'm going to copy this. Okay, so my fill color here, a couple ways of doing that. I could just do that and then set the color, or the next time I want to use that, I'm just going to copy this and I can paste that in to the section. So this is kind of a section color that I use to so that it breaks it up and is not it's not very difficult. So it's not difficult to read, I should say. So I want another content section here, and here is where I'm putting the title here. And then you could see where you can center that and then make the title larger. I'm sure that you guys all actually really know that. And I'm going to bold it. And then so you would style as you normally would. So text here. So pull all that off. Unbold it. Right, justify it here. Normal text. And then, you know, you bolded whatever. So that's this area here. It's just a text area. And what I did was from my old one, I just copy and pasted. That way I didn't have to. So if you already have one made, copy and paste over into the new one works really, really well. So the next area here, I just kind of wanted to put a sample of some of the work that I've done. So that is a pre-made graphic. So from the image, I put in, it always defaults to wanting to go to my desktop here. So let's look for that little set of 4 images. And there we go. And so that, I did style that with a different background color. Just a very pale color here, color picker. Okay, it wasn't really this color, but I'm going to go to the top here to the style. I want to save changes. I'm going to style this section by putting a fill color in here. Do you think this is? Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna play with that. This is not what the color was, but I wanted it something pale. Just so, again, it would break up all the words. Okay, so investment here, this is a content. Okay, so that was content, investment, and then what I have here, choose your options. Choose your options. And then this, again, just styling that, bold, making it big. And then here is where I added items. So scroll down and put in items. I want a table view, and then I have another section where they choose their hosting, which is a card view. So I want to hide the quantity, and I don't know that I want to hide the amount. They can select multiple items because they're going to be choosing what they want. Selecting items is required, so they can't not select anything. So I also start with some things that are non-starters. So we're going to say WordPress installation. Okay, so with Premium Master Child theme. Okay. So I have a theme that I have created for this niche that I work with. And this is something they can only get through me. And then I created little icons for everything. So here's my little description of what they get. Okay, and then I add in, so discount. So quantity 1. Okay, so I don't need, so I'm going to be copying this. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I edit this setting here. I want to hide the amount, hide quantity. I don't want to hide the amount. I want to hide quantity, duh, because nobody's ever going to choose 2. So the amount, so say it's $15. Okay, so you want to add a, okay, so I'm putting my cursor here in front of the W of WordPress and hit a plus sign, and then I'm going to grab an image. So the images that I have created for it are a little different. They are more square than my other ones. So I have to locate the one site build. Here we go. So from here, you click on it and you'll get where you can pull it down. And while it looks are very deceiving, in order to get it the way that I wanted at around 25%, or maybe it was 30%, is the size I want. And then of course I'm going to choose that everything wraps around it. Okay, and so that's how you get that. That way, if you have like a number and then you're going to do that all the way down the line, and then you'd add another item the same way. Okay, pulling that down and making this wrap to the left. You could even offset it, I suppose, if you want. So anyway, that's the investment. And then I did add another section because they have, of course, I do the work for them, but there also is hosting. I have my own dedicated server, and I wanted hosting. I would love it if the recurring information would show up differently or not in this bottom line, but here we are. What I'm going to do is, you could see this one is, again, a practice one. I have pre-selected the ones that based on having spoken to them, what I think they need. So you can just deselect it, and then it will come up as an item that is not selected. Okay, you can see the check marks over here. So once it's selected, the investment changes down here with WooCommerce. So on this, I'm going to create them. I'm not going to do another one. I think you get the idea. I am creating a new content area down here that I am going to style a little bit differently. I'm going to steal, save changes. I'm going to steal this color fill, and I want to style it differently because I want it to stand out as being different. And again, if you already have a, if you already have a template, just, again, copy paste will save you so much time. So I am now going to add items. Okay, I'm going to add an item block, and this time I'm going to make the item block card view. Okay, I don't want to hide the amount. No, I want them to select one item, and it is required. So they can't deselect both. That's what that means. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first, remember, style this area. I want to save changes. I want to style the area. I want to go back up here because I think that I copied and pasted something else. I want to make sure that this area will meld into the other area so that it looks like they're all one section. Okay, so, and I think we can see, yeah, I guess it does show up in a white card. And so here, annual hosting, this is a one payment. Okay, so I don't know if we want, okay, so we don't want quantity. So in the items, table view, hide quantity. That's what I want to do. Okay, and then I did put a photo in. Remember, I want to put the photo in, and I want it to, if you put a photo, by the way, in the header, it will just disappear. So you can save a little time not doing what I did. So in this case, I put an image in here, and I don't know what picture I did put in here. was not that one. I'll just choose this. Because I don't know. I'm going to upload that. So I'm going to make it smaller. Click on it, make it smaller. And then in this case, I had, I'm going to pull that down. And it's fighting me, isn't it? Okay. And in this case, I think I actually did with the image on that side to have it wrap around that way. And then this, I wanted to duplicate this. So I guess there is no duplicating. Oh, duplicate section. Nope. Okay, it's duplicating section, duplicates it below it. I don't want that. I want another item. So adding an item will add another box, and same thing. Now, because that's right justified, I can add as much info and it will not affect the image on the right. Okay, so you can see that image is here. It might be a little bit small. You can also like move text down if you want the text. I don't know. I'm like a visual person, so that would annoy me. And so here's the same thing. Just remember where you want to put that image, put the cursor, because if you just hit plus image, it'll stick it wherever the cursor happens to be. And if you're not paying attention, well. So the next thing here, we want to add a box for summary. Now, summary, I want to include the items. The option is, if you don't do items, it'll just have a bottom line, okay? So then you need the signature here, which I think I left it all the way up here. So I'm going to pull this down. And actually before that, okay, I'm going to try that again, drag it to move. So before that, I do have sections that were just words. And what I did was, so I have here FAQs, okay? And so what I did on my old one is I saved it as a template block. So click here and you'll see there's proposal FAQs, and it kept it. So I'm going to drag it to move it above the sign in or the sign up. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Move it before the sign up. Okay, so whatever. I'll move the sign up down. I probably should just wait for the end to move that sign up. And then again, I styled this in a different color. And I am going to steal the color from here. Again, just to break up, because there's going to be a lot of information that I'm giving them, because for me, I use this as my contract, right? So I have FAQs, and then I have this big ass long mutual agreement, okay? And so again, I have gone on my old one and I saved the mutual agreement as a block of text here. So again, moving that signature down. Wow, it's fighting me. Okay, so it might be somewhere where I have to, it really doesn't want to. Whatever. Okay, so I'm not going to fight with it now. So I have mutual agreement, and then I have next steps, which again, just another section, that's it. And then if you can, get the damn signature to go to the bottom, the sign here. But if you don't have it, that big blue plus sign at the bottom should add a sign. Okay. I have a feeling you needed to see that little gray area, but I don't think that's down here because it's already in there, the sign up. But everything that you need is here. You're going to use this little scroll box. No, I guess not. There's no scroll box for in here, or I guess this is the scroll box. Anyway, that's what I did, and I hope that helps somebody. But that's it's exactly how I did the templates and everything. So I would suggest that if you have large portions of text. Save it. For example, this is what you're going to do. Save to templates. And that's how you would do it. And then name it something, name it Webs by Amy intro, okay? And then save it as a template. And then what that does is it'll show up when you hit that plus sign. I hope this helps somebody. I can't believe this is 20 minutes. Thanks for listening to me. Take care.